Hey guys, I got life hacks for you. I got more ridiculously simple life hacks to organize your home. I'm going to review these real quick. I also have something pretty funny here. I have 30 most baffling design flaws. I hate lists like this, so I'm going to go over that too. But first let's do life hacks because that's where it's at. These are all actually completely new to me. I haven't seen them before anywhere else. Well, maybe I've seen some, but usually they recycle a lot of stuff. These are actually all new, so let's check it out. Wall storage hanger. We're looking at this thing right here. I'm not really sure this qualifies as a life hack. This actually is just building a shelf by hand. So, if anything, that's the opposite of a life hack. That's a do-it-yourself project that involves a lot of work. So, that's terrible. I mean, it's pretty rack, sure, it's great for holding your shoes, but I mean, it's not a life hack. Store away crockpots, space heaters, fans, and more without the annoying cord mess. Oh, okay, so when you're not using it, you can put the end of the cord. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good organizational tool. That's pretty good. What the hell is this? Ornament bins? So, these are Christmas ornaments, and they're hanging on a wooden dowel in a big giant bin. You can buy ornament bins, or you can make your own. You can buy ornament bins? Let me ask a question here. Why can't you just put them in a box? Magnetic cars. What the hell is this? What? Because the kids put cars everywhere, so you gotta have a magnetic board. I mean, once again, I gotta say, why don't you just put the cars in a box? Why you gotta mount stuff on your wall? This is so overkill. Like, what is going on? Wooden garage. Look at this thing. Who's building this shit? Why is this called... Well, are these even called life hacks? Yeah, they are called life hacks. Look, it isn't a life hack if you gotta build a fucking shelf. That's a lot of work. Cereal box dividers. Okay, that's actually pretty cool, I guess. I mean, the whole decorating them with cool paper is a little over the top, but I guess you got nothing to do. That's fine. I mean, you can just buy one of those plastic things from anywhere for like $4, and that's probably a lot better than doing this. Whatever. Curtain rod sink storage. So instead of putting all the bottles, simply standing all the bottles on the floor, you have to hang them from a bar, which you first have to install below your sink. That's a good one. Wooden bungees. A bungee cord through a piece of plywood or 2x4 mounted on a wall to hold. Who's got that much shit hanging? I mean, I guess like a long one of these is actually pretty good for ties and belts, but who's got a room like... This actually isn't that pretty. Like, I wouldn't want this in a room, you know, in a closet maybe, but who's got a wall big enough to do this in a closet? Usually it's full of closets already. Pallet storage. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. I mean, if you're really handy and you want to store a bunch of stuff on your back in the back of your house. Good one. Yeah. Flip down desk. Yeah, that's good. We're trying to save some space. This is a good one. I mean, once again, life hack, not really. It's more like build a really complicated, you know, become a carpenter and build this cool shelf. That's what this should be called. That's a good one, though. You know, I see these. I see cool ways to store your headphones. Who's doing this? Like, do you need an object to store your headphones? It's really easy to store them. You just wrap them like this, and then you take the end and you wrap it this way. So you get kind of a, you know, like this with wrapping here. And they pretty much hold themselves. Or better yet, just throw them on the floor somewhere and then get them when you need them. Or crush them up, put them in your pocket. Especially these ones in particular, the Apple ones. These are non-tangled ones. They don't even tangle up. So this whole paperclip or clothespin thing is really stupid. Card book. Sentimental types can take a walk down memory lane with a do-it-yourself card book. So you just put cards in a binder. I guess that's a life hack. I mean, it's like, I don't know who's got such a problem with storing their cards that they need a solution. Putting them in a folder works pretty good without having to do a bunch of hole punching. Wine rack, art supply storage. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's a lot of markers. I don't know who you got to be, but you know, if you have a lot of markers, that's okay. CD rack storage. I got a better way to store your CD racks. It's called put them in the trash. Plastic hook hack. Yeah, I'm going to come out and say this. There's no way this works. There's no way that you can rip. This is wax paper and this is tinfoil? Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe with tinfoil and wax paper. If this is saran wrap, though, there'd be no way that would work. Alright, that's it, I guess. So I'm going to give this a big fail. Can I comment here? Let me try. These hacks suck. Did that work? You kidding me? Is it pending approval or is it actually posted it? Oh, it's pending approval. No, it's right there. Sweet. No, seriously, these hacks suck. I mean, it's more like learn how to be a carpenter hacks. Alright, let's go on to these most baffling design flaws, which I really hate these lists. I hate these lists because most of the time it's not a design flaw at all, but actually makes perfect sense if you just think about it. So this first one is kind of a crack at Windows 8. I've never used Windows 8, but I know Windows products generally are terrible, and I've used Windows 7, and it's okay. It's okay, but this is pretty funny. I mean, it's not specific enough to be a baffling design flaw, unless you call the whole Windows system a design flaw, but I guess. Joke's on Windows. Alright, here we go. Access to electricity is universal, except for cell phones. Why? Could you imagine being forced to buy a new cord with every other new appliance? Like, this is what I'm talking about. First off, access to electricity is universal except for cell phones. I mean, that's not true. There's a lot of things that aren't universal. Consoles, for example. I mean, the end that goes into the wall is always universal because it's the American electric outlet. But the part that goes into your device is definitely not universal. I mean, like, try plugging in a PlayStation with Xbox cords or a Nintendo Wii with, like, every console. I mean, that's just one example. Modems are another one. Cell phones, obviously. But the reason for this is because those things are portable. Like, a refrigerator and a microwave have completely different cords, I'm sure. But you never have to worry about it because you never have to, like, take the refrigerator with you. It's always plugged into the wall. But your cell phone you have to unplug all the time. So yeah, every time, I mean, Apple's thing is patented. It's their plug. You know, I mean, different things have different plugs. It's just the way it is. I mean, everything's definitely not universal, though. What a stupid thing to say. Next. What's the matter with you? I'm so easy to... Oh, okay. This is the blinds talking. Just pull... Yeah, you know, these blinds... They are a weird design because the two strings you can pull separately should be one string. I mean, who's ever doing it where they really want one side up? Is that ever a need? Maybe I'm not using it right, but you always want them to go level. So why aren't the strings just... Here's a little life hack for you. Here's a life hack. Go to the very top of where the strings are and tie a knot there. That way the knot will keep the strings parallel. No matter which one you pull, you're always pulling the knot down, and that'll fix it for you. That's a life hack. Question is, why is it like that? I don't know. Oh, I thought it was a dirty toilet for a second there. I like the font choice here. Nice. Automobiles are ideal for families. Families tend to have kids. And kids are great at making things fucking nasty. Somehow automakers are still managing to overlook this when they implement fixed cup holders that can't be removed for cleaning. That's true. This is definitely annoying. And I don't have kids, but that is really hard to clean that up, and that is a bad design. There should be just a hole right here. It is a baffling flaw. A vacuum cleaner is about as loud as a freeway for some reason. You know, I mean, they don't do that on purpose. I suppose they could put a giant-ass muffler on a vacuum, but that'd probably make it a lot bigger, so wouldn't call that a design flaw. The design flaw would be to put a muffler on it, probably. And it's not even that loud. I mean, it's loud, but it's not as loud as a freeway. Come on. What? Time for a new roll. Now get the fucker started without shredding it. This is an issue. Here's a quick life hack for you. Buy better toilet paper, so it's not like that flat ass sandpaper. If you buy fluffy toilet paper, this is not an issue at all. Now this, I mean, to call this a design flaw is completely asinine because hundreds of millions of people use this successfully. So if you can't use it, you're the design flaw. Your fucking giant fingers are the design flaw. The print screen takes a picture. This is the sysrec, or system request. It was used for low-level programming in the early 1980s. On the 90% of personal computers worldwide which run Windows, it has no use at all. Yeah, I mean, it's not a design flaw, it's just tradition, I guess. I mean, I guess they could remove it, but we'll know because 10% of systems do care about that key still, so they can't remove it yet. And there's nothing else they can put here for now, so whatever. What's supposed to happen? What actually happens? God, someone actually... I can just imagine this stupid thing going on Reddit, getting like 13,000 upvotes because like, oh my god, that's so true. How the fuck do you know that's supposed to happen? Maybe this is supposed to happen, for one thing. Second off, this probably happens all the time, and it probably is fine, like, it's probably fine 50% of the time. And when it isn't fine, you probably fucked up opening it. Who cares anyway? God. Pull handles on push side of door. Do you pull, do you push? Whatever you choose, 50% of the time, you look like an ass. This has to be really... I think the doors in that picture, they look like they open either way. And for the most part, it is certainly a design flaw for pull handles to be on push doors. That's 100% design flaw. But that should not happen very often. And the picture here is not... that isn't showing that, because these doors certainly go either way, like saloon doors, you know? So yeah, that would be a design flaw if it happened, but that never happens. Insert slender... what? Insert slender bitch hands to dry. Don't touch the edges, that defeats the purpose. Loudly compliment the design of this machine to ham-handed troglodyte standing beside you. Wow, I mean, why do you have to be so rude to people? I mean, if you're in a bathroom that has an air blade installed, you have no choice but to use the air blade. It's not like everybody who uses an air blade as a pump is like, what, ham-handed troglodyte? Big words, man. I mean, if you got no choice, what do they do? Keep their hands wet and walk out of the bathroom? And it is a good design. What the hell's wrong with you? What, these guys got something against Dyson? Fuck. Get that chip off your shoulder, man. Anti-diarrheal pills come in time-consuming, difficult to access. Oh my god, I can't tear this open. Holy shit, I need a pair of scissors. Okay, so anti-diarrheal pills come in cases that are hard to open. So, let me tell you something. I get the joke here. The joke is that you're about to have diarrhea and you can't get the pill open. But if you're at that stage of your diarrhea, that you're like desperately trying to open a pill, that pill's not going to help you. Because if you think opening the case is hard, imagine what the pill's got to go through before it gets processed by your fucking body and stops your diarrhea. Think about that for a second. I mean, if you're calmly taking anti-diarrheal pills throughout the day because you're having a stomach problem, you're going to be fine. If you're about to shit your pants and you're running to the kitchen instead of the bathroom to get an anti-diarrheal pill, you deserve to shit your pants. You understand? Stupid. This is stupid. It isn't even funny. I mean, I get why it's supposed to be funny, but it isn't funny because logically, the premise is false. It doesn't make sense. Oh, the Red X only minimizes the window. Yeah, well, Skype's a Microsoft product, so I mean, it is now. That is stupid. That's dumb. X should always quit. In the way the system works. Planning an evening of retro PC gaming. Control. Yeah, this is true. When I played, I'm a Mac user, as you probably know. So I got the Mac keyboard over here. Oops, it doesn't have a Windows key, so I'm used to that. And the on Mac, when you don't have a 2-button mouse, you have to use the Control key to second click. So when I play at my friend's house, I'm always trying to press the Control key to do that, and that's where the Windows key is, or sorry, the Command key. So I click Windows all the time, and tab out of Warcraft and Starcraft and Diablo and whatever I'm playing. It's such a stupid, like that key. Here's a trick. Here's a life hack. I'm full of life hacks. Take a screwdriver and rip that key out of your keyboard. It won't break your keyboard. Key comes out. It's no problem. You can put it back if you need it, but you'll never need it because that key's useless. Just rip both those keys out, and then you'll never accidentally press them again. There's a life hack for you. I'm full of life hacks. This is great. I should make, you know what? I should make a life hack thing. Pixie sticks, sugary awesome goodness. A paper. This is right. You know, you eat a pixie stick, and then your hot breath, it makes the paper wet, and then all the sugar gets clogged up. That's annoying. These should be like some kind of plastic, but really you should just pop them in one shot. Don't like suck on them. Just pop them, you know. But yeah, it does suck that the paper gets wet. Okay, Logitech optical mouse. Nice mouse. How can we make it better? Let's put the on-off switch right next to the red laser optical sensor and then tell you not to look into the sensor. On-off switch. Sensor. So the joke here is that they tell you not to look into the laser, but then force you to look at it. This is another one that the premise is completely incorrect. Because when you hold a mouse, you're not holding it into your eye. You hold it like this, and the laser, it's not getting you in the eye. You just turn it off like that. Oh, can you see what I'm doing? Like, the laser's right here, so you're not like trying to... How are you going to shoot yourself in the eye with a mouse laser? You got to be so stupid. I mean, it's not even a... Where should they put the on-off switch? Right on top of the fucking thing so you do it on accident? You're an idiot. Whoever wrote that, who is it? Ronan Tuna? You moron, man. Legos fit so perfectly together. Thin pieces sometimes require a special tool to separate them. Don't see a design flaw there. Legos fit together perfectly, and they give you a tool to take them apart. Design successful. Try snapping these 84,000 buttons on the first try while the baby screams and kicks. This is why zippers were invented. Well, I mean, I don't have a baby yet, but if you can't like close buttons after 84,000 buttons, you still can't do it without like failing, then you are a failure. Third off, zippers. The problem with a zipper is it's metal and sharp, and a baby's skin is soft and delicate. Am I like seriously? Also, when you're zipping a zipper, you can get a baby's skin stuck in there, and you know, cut it. Or the baby could just start like fucking with it and cut his little fingers or something. I mean, zippers are dangerous. Let's be real. Babies are delicate. Buttons are very safe. Don't be an idiot. Obviously, this person who wrote this doesn't have a baby. And if they do have a baby, they need to practice more. To open, push here. Pushing that spot gives you a brief moment of hope that it might open before reality sets in. And here at Craft, we're all about giving our customers hope. So you failed at opening a box and then called it a design flaw. You're the design flaw. Solaris Veridan. See, this isn't every toaster. This is your toaster. Your toaster's broken. My toaster works. Actually, no, my toaster's also broken. My toaster only toasts half the bread, not the other half. Am I going to make a stupid image and say it's a design flaw that my personal toaster is broken? Get your toaster fixed. It's not a design flaw, it's broken. Moron. Not only is the restart button below and to the right of two of the more popular buttons on the keyboard, but when you press it, it reboots automatically with no I mean, if that's true, that's really stupid. I don't have one on my keyboard. But if Microsoft is really fucking it up, man. They have that Windows key, they got the shutdown key. It's really dumb. That's a design flaw. Auto-flush toilets are a menace. It's not that they never flush at the right time, it's that there is no right time. Shut up. Instant streaming is great except for rewinding and fast forwarding. I'm sure there's a good explanation for why you can't do this, but I agree. I do wish you could do it normally. Those wings sure are convenient. when they stick to underwear like they're supposed to, not legs. Ow. I'm not a girl, so tough luck, ladies. Most smartphones can do anything nowadays, but who thought it was a good idea to put the micro SD slot inside the case in some of them? What do you mean? Where else would it be? Outside the case? I mean, what are you saying? In some of them? I mean, which ones? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Caps lock. The go-to button for trolls who occupied an inordinately large chunk of your most valuable keyboard real estate since the introduction of the standard key layouts, starting with IBM Model M. What's the design flaw? The caps lock's big? I mean, it is pretty big. What the hell am I doing? What is this? Twice a year. The fuck am I looking at? It's like adjusting a clock because of daylight savings time? Design flaw. Whose design flaw is that? The design flaw of the watch? I mean, what are you talking about? MacBook Pro edges are so thin and sharp they can injure your wrists for prolonged use. I have a MacBook Pro. Never cut my wrists on it. Oh, that'd be a pretty good lawsuit. You can probably get a settlement out of that. Double rolls don't fit in your house's personal, one person's house's fucking toilet paper holder. Design flaw. Whose design flaw is it? Is it the toilet paper roll, which is advertised as twice as big, or is it your house for having too short of a toilet paper holder? Who's flawed here? The double roll? Then buy a single roll. Stabby period. If you don't like the double roll, then it'll fit in your stupid little house's things, then go buy a single roll. I mean, design flaw. Let's get the definition straight of what a design flaw is. Bathroom stalls have those nice big gaps for a reason, to make new friends. Yeah, you know, this is a weird one. It's certainly not a flaw, but I'm not really sure why the holes are there. I'm thinking about it right now. It's probably some kind of a... I really have no idea. They don't all have big gaps though. Only some do. Well, that was it. I hope that was fun to do. That was fun for me. What did we learn? We learned that sheknows.com has really shitty life hacks that are... Sheknows.com. Half of these life hacks involve like building shit out of wood. Is that what sheknows.com? Like, I mean, I know 0 girls who have ever done anything with wood. Like this I can see for girls crafting, but like building this kind of shit, building this stuff, come on. And then these most baffling design flaws. People are really stupid, and this list is really dumb. And most of these lists are dumb because there's an explanation for everything. Thanks for watching.